Good morning. Today is February the 4th. Before I give my Super Bowl predictions later today, I want to talk about the top five Super Bowls that I've seen. I'm about to turn 34 this year. So I've seen quite a number of Super Bowls that I remember. Um, I'm going to do my top five, and I'm going in order from 5 to 1. All right, coming in at number five, we got Denver versus Seattle in Super Bowl 48. This one was mainly about how dominant Seattle's defense was, especially during the first half. Denver started off slow with the safety on their first play from scrimmage, and it really didn't get much better. Um, they came out of halftime with some hope. You felt like they might give it a good run. And then Percy Harvin runs the second off kickoff back, and it was just about how quickly to score. I mean, how wide the score was going to be. You had a Seattle receiver breaking 4 tackles, so it was just part of the course. Number four, Tennessee versus St. Louis in Super Bowl 34. This one was mainly about the fourth quarter, because that was really fun to watch. The Rams were the New Age Fun Bunch. They had Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holden, Isaac Bruce, and the Titans had Air McNair. They had Frank Weich, and they had Eddie George as well. So this game started off slow. Kurt Warner threw a 70-yard bomb, bomb to Isaac Bruce. Pretty much thought the game was over. Like, the Titans had come back from 16-0. They were continuing their cardiac team sort of thing as they beat Buffalo in their wild card game on the Nashville Miracle, where they threw the punt back. You thought the game was over, but Steve McNair had other ideas, and he drove the Titans down to the 10-yard line with 6 seconds left. Like, this was one of the first Super Bowls where I remember, like, wow, this is a really big moment. They ran a slant. Dyson runs the slant. He gets open. He sees the end zone. Mike Jones tackles him at the 1-yard line, reaches the ball out. No touchdown. But it was a damn good ending. All right, next one up, number three, we've got Denver versus Carolina in Super Bowl 38. Almost had a repeat of this game this season. Now, I don't think there's any way. Well, we'll never know, but they would have had a lot to live up to, because this game had it all. Even the halftime show had fireworks. Game started off slow and still holds the record for the longest start to a game without any points. But when the scoring got going, it really got going. Then halftime came in. Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. We all know the rest. All right. Second half was pretty much a repeat as the first half. Slow start, and then Carolina scored twice to take a 22-21 lead going into the fourth. New England scored early in the fourth with a 2-point conversion to go up 7. Then the Panthers came back, tied the game with 1:37 left. And Tom Brady did he had a little help this time. John Casey kicked the kickoff out of bounds, so they got to start at the 35, but Tom Brady led the Patriots down. They kicked the game-winning field goal with 4 seconds left, and that was that. Now, number two. Number two was last year, so might be, revisionist, might be living in the moment, but got New England versus Seattle in Super Bowl 49. Backdrop was this one was a lot of storylines. You got the Legion of Boom versus Gronk and his receivers. You got Tom Brady going for his 4th ring. You got Seattle and young Russell Wilson trying to go for back-to-back wins. Game was not shabby at all. So they traded touchdowns after the scoreless first quarter, and then you had Gronk doing a Gronk spike. Seattle tied it right at the half, which was a interesting foreshadowing. No one knew how much, but instead 6 seconds left, the Seahawks went for the touchdown instead of kicking the field goal. Now, they were able to get it with a fade, but it was definitely interesting for 2 reasons. One, they went for it, and then 2, they didn't run the ball. So halftime was halftime. Seattle came out and dominated the third quarter. Like, they took a 24-14 lead going into the fourth. So pretty much thought it was over. Like, at that time, they hadn't given up a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, I believe, in like 2 years. So, but no, Tom Brady did what Tom Brady does. So 2 fourth-quarter touchdown passes, and the Patriots are in front. Now, there's 2:02 left, so if you were watching the playoffs that year, you were like, this game is far from over. Russell Wilson had just led Seattle back from 12 points in like 2 minutes against Green Bay, and then took the opening kickoff and went for a touchdown to eliminate Green Bay in the NFC Championship. So you knew he was going to mount a comeback, and he definitely tried. Like, that bomb to Javon Curse on the sideline, which was a crazy play for several reasons. One, the defender tipped it. The second defender just dove and didn't hit anything. Curse paid attention, bobbled it on the ground, caught it, realized he wasn't touched, got up, and could have scored. However, Malcolm Butler, yes, the Malcolm Butler, was still paying attention, picked him up, tackled him. So then that led to what's going to be discussed over and over, especially if the Seahawks do get broken up, which I think they will, but that's a different story. From the 1, Seattle's got the ball. It might have been 3, somewhere inside the 5. Instead of giving it the beast mode, fake it the beast mode, run their little pick play, and, Russell Wilson thinks he has because the dude was open. But Malcolm Butler, like, you blinked and you missed him. And he picked the ball off, and that was like, you weren't sure that you saw it, but you saw it. Now, of course, I was, in terms of feeling, like, it was like, wow, you didn't think that was going to happen. Now, my number 1, this one was a great game. Arizona versus Pittsburgh in Super Bowl 43. It was a big comeback, memorable plays, and the one that everybody is going to remember or going to be shown over and over and over again. All right, Pittsburgh was looking for their 6th ring, so they were trying to become the first franchise to get 6 Super Bowl wins, and Arizona was they hadn't won a title since 1947, so they were trying to get that. Pittsburgh raced to a 17-7 halftime lead by what has to be the craziest play to end the half ever. Arizona's going in from the 1 to take a 14-10 lead. At worst, you think, okay, they'll kick the field goal. I guess Warner switches from a run to a pass and tries to throw the slant. James Harrison backs up, doesn't rush, backs up, picks the ball off inside the end zone or right at the goal line, and runs the entire way. Now, James Harrison plays linebacker. He rushes the passer, delivers big hits. He is not the fastest. So, this is like the entire team is guiding him down the sideline. Larry Fitzgerald was on the other side of the field, is chasing him, and literally catches him at the 2-yard line. He gets into the end zone. However, if you watch the replay, Fitzgerald has to run around his own teammates who are on the sideline, which actually cost them dearly. Because if he gets tackled anywhere inside the field of play, it's 10-7 at the half and not 17-7. So, game that kind of continues like that. Pittsburgh is up 20-7 going into the fourth. Then the Cardinals just woke up and Fitz went ridiculous. Like, his 64-yard touchdown reception for them to take the lead was crazy. Like, he took a slant and was gone. And, like, if you watch the replay that they show, it's just him running because he just took off on everybody. So that was with 2:37 left in the game. The Cardinals are now up 23-20. I'm excited because I'm like, I want the Cardinals to win because I want the Cowboys and Pittsburgh to still be tied with 5 Super Bowl rings. Back in my mind, I'm like, Big Ben though, like he can make a comeback, and that he did. Between him and Santonio Holmes, who was just money that game, like money. They drove down the field, 6-yard touchdown catch. Still don't know how he got both feet down. Still really don't believe he got both feet down. But it was reviewed and it stood, and like that is the top Super Bowl that I've ever seen. So that's my list. Let me know what you think. And then, as I said later, I'll give my Super Bowl prediction. And we all looking forward to not only Sunday, but Saturday when OKC and Golden State play. So thanks for tuning in.